Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jace, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to clean your Gundam models before building them. So let's first talk about the things we need. The first thing we need are 2 bowls of water, as you can see there. Next is dishwashing liquid. And lastly, the model kit. So let's start. So the first thing you need to do is to cut open it. So what you need to do is to put 2 spoons of dishwashing liquid, but luckily I have this, so I just have to do this. 1, 2. Okay. And then after that, we have to just mix this up. When doing this, don't use a laundry detergent because laundry detergents are very strong oxidizing agents which damages plastics. So better use a dishwashing liquid. Alright, just put them in. So while putting this here, let me explain why we should clean our models and why you shouldn't, right? When Gundam models such as these are made, they are usually covered with a plastic protectant which manufacturers call the mold release. And the mold release protects these plastics from oxidation, which protects them from aging. And that's really good. And if you want, you can get by building Gundam without cleaning these. But the problem with the mold release is they interfere with the painting process. So if you paint your models with the mold release, they're not gonna stick. And if you put some stickers or what others call decals, they're not going to stick well because of the mold release. So that's the reason why you should clean your models. But if you're not going to paint or put some decals on your models, you don't have to do this. And it's better you don't because we're going to remove the mold release which protects it from oxidation. I actually made how to do this in my blog, so you can check it out. But one thing you'll notice if it's clean is that the model will now be squeaky clean. Can you hear it? That means the model is already clean. And what's that? And once that happens, make sure to remove the soap because soaps are oxidizing agent, and that's the reason why I don't recommend to use laundry detergent because they're very strong oxidizing agents, unlike dishwashing liquid. So once it's squeaky clean, if you can hear that, use the second bowl of water to rinse and remove the soap. And then a microfiber towel to clean it up. When drying, make sure to air dry. And don't use something like this, an air dryer, because the heat can damage the plastics. So make sure to just air dry them once wiping them down. See? It's not yet that clean, so there you go. There you go. Now the mold release is removed. And as I said, the problem here is that you're going to remove the plastic protectant, which protects the plastics from harm. So when you do this, your plastics won't last as long. And that's a big problem, especially. So yeah, the plastic protectant or the mold release protects these models from harm. And if you remove them like what you're doing here, you are removing their protection. So what I usually do before I build my models is to replace them. Some do that by applying a clear coat, But for me, since I'm not gonna paint this model, I will use a plastic protectant, which I will use in another video. And that video will be about how to properly cut these without having those stress marks. So that's the topic for another video. And for this, I'm gonna continue, but it will take some time. So the last thing that you need to know is that after cleaning this, make sure to let them air dry for 24 hours. So one last thing. I usually see people cutting this out, then cleaning them here. But the problem is that's not efficient because let me show you why. So usually Gundam kits come with a set of instructions. Like when you see here, the parts are labeled with numbers. Can you see those numbers? Yeah. And when you remove that, it's going to be harder to build the models because if you check the instructions, everything is labeled and how you will do it. So when you see some people cutting this out, then cleaning them, it's not really efficient because you won't know what to do and it's hard to build your models like that. So that's why I'm going to cut this in a separate video, and I'll show you how to remove the stress marks because that will instantly improve your skills in building these models. So thank you, and I'll see you in another video.